Not in the governorship race, Senator Binos reveals 2027 plans. Senator Binos Dauda Yaroe has ruled out a run for the governorship in 2027, reaffirming instead his ambition to return to the Senate for a third term. The senator made this declaration while hosting journalists in Yola, thanking them for their continued support in publicizing his legislative efforts. The senator representing Adamawa Southern Senatorial Zone, Reverend Binos Dauda Yaroe, has described journalists as partners in progress during a media parley held at Light Yola. The event was not only a moment of appreciation, but also one of strategic political revelation.
I've seen on social media, people listing names of people that are going to run for governor. I can tell you for free that I am not going to run for governor. So you can take that and run with it. I'm not running for governor. If you see a list with my name in it, that list is not authorized by me. If my constituents found me worthy, it is my intention to seek election to go back to the Senate. My experience has shown that the longer you stay in the Senate, the more you know the working of the Senate, the more you get certain benefit, the easier you find it to push issues that will help your people.
Senator Binos emphasized the value of continuity, noting that as a ranking senator, he is better positioned to attract federal benefits and deliver impactful representation. He highlighted several key achievements, including interventions in health, agriculture, water systems, and empowerment programs.
Perhaps at a forum like this, it may be important to mention one or two things that I've been pushing or focusing on. Everybody knows that I am the Baba Medinya Keuta, because of the medical outreaches I've been carrying out, I've been conducting. The most recent one was one day outreach with the mobile hospital in Borong in the local government. Yesterday I was in Borong to see His Majesty the Murumbula, and he commended me and expressed the gratitude of his people for that outreach. And he said it made a big impact, because even though it was only one day, we were able to attend to over 2,000 patients, and we were able to carry out more than 50 surgeries. So it is one of the things that I've been doing. And you also know that I've been passionate about intervening in the area of potable water in some of the rural communities. We have sunk and installed over 30 boreholes across Adamawa South. And one of the things I do is to make sure that these projects, it is not enough for me to just go and sink a borehole in a community and commission it and forget about it. Every year, I will send out a team of water, I call them water engineers, to go around all the boreholes that I've installed to check to see that they are functioning. If they are not functioning, then they will give me a cost of what is required to put them back in operation.
He also spoke on legislative milestones, including a bill for a separate police pension scheme and the revitalized proposal for a Federal University of Education in Numan. These, he says, are part of a broader commitment to sponsoring laws with direct benefits for his people.
You may also be aware of the University of Education Numan bill that I've sponsored. I sponsored it in the 9th Senate. It was passed, but Mr. President then, President Muhammad Buhari, did not assent to it, and that bill was killed. But when I returned in the 10th Senate, I represented that bill, and it passed in both chambers of the National Assembly, and it was sent to Mr. President in December last year, and he returned it with some comments about some mistakes in the bill. When we resumed, we now pursued the correction of those errors that Mr. President pointed out. In the Senate, that correction has been effected. In fact, it was done just before we broke for recess. But in the House of Reps, they have not been able to do it, and we are hopeful that as soon as we resume, perhaps in the first week or second week of May, the House of Reps will also address those mistakes in the bill. I looked at the plight of the retired police officers, policemen, and I sponsored a bill for the removal of the police pension from the contributory pension scheme into their own separate pension scheme, just as we have with the armed forces, with the DSS, with the NIA and other security agencies. So I've sponsored that bill. It has passed second reading. It has been committed to the Committee on Establishment, and a public hearing was held, and we are awaiting the report of the committee to the Senate for the passage of that bill. I have sponsored a bill on electoral amendment of the Electoral Act, because the Electoral Act was passed in the Ninth Senate in a way that sort of shortchanged statutory delegates. So we have tried to amend that so that if I'm a senator, I should be able to participate as a delegate. I have also sponsored a constitutional amendment bill, to require Mr. President to when submitting the list of his ministerial nominees, to attach their portfolios, so that you will be able to ask a nominee based on the work that he's going to do. Before now, what you see is they'll just give you a list of people. When you see a medical doctor, you will assume that he's going to Minister of Health, but they may send him to aviation. When you see an engineer, you will think that they'll send him to work, but they'll send him somewhere else. So you will not be able to engage the nominees properly to see whether they will be able to perform the function of that office. In other places, when a president has been elected, even before he's sworn in, he will have identified his ministerial nominees. With the portfolios, you will know that this person is coming to go to this ministry. This person is coming to go to this ministry. And then people will start discussing and say whether he's fit for that purpose. They look at his past, they look at his capacity, and there will be public engagement even before senatorial screening.
As a loyal member of the People's Democratic Party, Senator Binos pledged to continue strengthening the party ahead of the 2027 general elections.
As I stand here, I am a member of the PDP. I was elected twice under the platform of PDP. So I remain a committed member of PDP, and I work for the interests of PDP.
Barrister Azura encouraged the journalists to continue supporting distinguished senator, stressing that he being their friend without any doubt, and that with them it will be a Herculean task for anyone who will come and contest the Senate in 2027. Speaking on behalf of the journalists, Comrade Umar Dankano commended the senator for consistently engaging with the media and urged him to create an even more enabling environment for their work.
Because your project is our project, and we went around with you, we have seen it, we have heard what your constituents said about your performance from the bottom of their heart, which in one location around Shalang, I even confronted you. Sir, I said, if it is by the vote of these people, I believe we will go back. and it has happened. On behalf of every one of us here, I wish to use this golden opportunity to pray to the senator and every one of us so that God Almighty, who gives the power, should return him so that he will continue the good job he is doing to his constituents.
With the 2027 elections on the horizon, Senator Binos Yaroe appears to be leaning on his experience, legislative track record, and grassroots connection to secure a renewed mandate in the Red Chamber. From Yola, I am Caleb Zadok, reporting for Eagle Lenses TV.